Good afternoon. Quick message to update parents in relation to how the start of the year has went. A very smooth start, thankfully. Well done to all our pupils and parents and staff in terms of making that happen. Congratulations to all our Leaving Cert pupils who received their results this week. Great results across the board, and well done to them all. The working life, apprenticeships, PLC courses, college and university await. The world is very much their oyster, and well done to them all, and well done to their parents in terms of getting them over the line in relation to that. I suppose, unfortunately, COVID-19 is still a significant part of school life. None of us want that, but it is the reality. We've been told by the Department of Education to start this year the way we finished last year, so it's very much all the same mitigation measures which we will be using. We are recommending that pupils use reusable masks purely from an environmental and a litter point of view, that they have a number of reusable masks that they rotate throughout the week. Wipes, sanitizer, one-way systems, all those various different things are still in place in the school and will continue to be in place for at least a number of months, if not beyond. We're waiting on guidelines from the department in relation to what's happening with trips, sports, choir, musical, team events, so on and so forth. How or why they would not have those guidelines ready for the start of the year, I do not know, but that is the reality. So we'll take our lead from them and follow what to put down in terms of black and white. Microsoft Teams, just a word on that, will continue to be an important part of the school, and pupils will be using it throughout this year and into the future as well. Homework will be posted on it, resources from teachers will be posted on it. It's used extensively when kids have to go to the overspill, tests, quizzes, so on and so forth. So you can ask them at any stage to have a look at it and you can get a sense in terms of what's involved. Very useful and will continue to be an important part of what we're doing in the school. Specifically for parents, again, unfortunately this year it's a situation whereby parents should not be just landing into the school looking for an appointment or to drop something off, whatever. That cannot happen this year again due to COVID. There's very, very little that can't be sorted over the phone or by email. So I would ask parents to do that and to follow that route. First of all, any appointments will have to be made in advance, and there's visitor forms that have to be filled in and so on and so forth. Parent-teacher meetings, looking likely that they will not take place this year, very similar to last year, and we'll adopt a department approach whereby we will use an extensive report to update parents in terms of what's going on with their pupil at that time. If pupils are feeling unwell, this is really, really important. You need to be cautious. They need to be cautious. We all know the well-established symptoms of COVID-19 of loss or change in the sense of taste, smell, fever, a new cough. But with the Delta variant, those symptoms that are associated with it can be difficult to distinguish that between a normal head cold or sniffles. And unfortunately, we're just going to have to be safe rather than sorry there. So any sort of a head cold, stuffed up nose, runny nose, sore throat, headache, they have to be taken as warning signs. And please do not send your child into school until you've got to the bottom of those and ruled COVID out via a test. So that's going to lead to some disruption, but unfortunately that's what we're going to have to do. The ripples in a school really are felt if pupils come in with symptoms. That is exactly what we do not want to happen. And as I say, if unsure, get a test. If somebody in your household has been deemed a close contact, be that yourself or another sibling, I would ask that you do not send your child in until you've got to the bottom of that particular close contact case and COVID has been ruled out. That, to me, would seem like a very common sense thing to do. What happens if we do have a positive case? Like last year, we had a phenomenal run of luck, school not affected by COVID at all. Could we be that lucky that would continue all the way throughout this year? Highly unlikely. So what will happen if we do have a positive case? The HSE take the lead, and I or any other principal in any school cannot and should not be doing anything until the HSE contact us and we hear from them. That, say for example, would be the case even if I was contacted directly by a parent who told me my child has been, is a positive case of COVID. I can't start doing anything there or, sending information out into the school community. We're simply not allowed. From speaking to other principals whose schools have had positive cases so far this year, there are significant delays in hearing back from the HSE. The HSE seems to be factoring in, if a pupil is vaccinated, that is reducing the risk of onward transmission, and the school may not be contacted at all. So in reality, there is no point in contacting the school office or trying to contact myself, trying to check on something that you've heard in the community, because we will not and cannot comment on it until we hear from the HSE. If we do hear from the HSE, there will be no delay in us acting on it, and the entire school will know. There are general letters that are pushed out to the entire school population by email, by text, so on and so forth. So everybody will know the generalities, and people who are specifically involved, they will get a different set of information that will tell them exactly what's going on. So please be patient. If you do have concerns and maybe you have an element of, oh, there's an information vacuum here, and you would prefer to keep your child at home as a precautionary measure, that is a call for you to make. Okay, so certainly that's about all I could say in a general sense about what you should do if you have a concern about something you're hearing in the community. We cannot and will not comment on it until we've heard from the HSE. So we're up and running. We've had a very good start. I would ask all the pupils and parents by extension to play your role in terms of keeping that going. And please God, we'll have as good and as smooth of a run this year at it as we had last year. And as cases hopefully come down, various different school events can get back to being run in the traditional sense. And that sense of normality that we all want will gradually come back. Okay, so we all have a role to play in getting us to that point. The very best luck, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you.